Dare to play. I don't know. I'm not Lonnie Manella, but it works. Goodness gracious, everybody. What a day it has been. It has been a day. Holy cow. Oh my goodness, guys. We're just doing Nancy Drew music and chat for who knows how long. Holy crap. This is not going to be like a regular stream. This is not going to be a stream where, I don't know, I play a game and try and get through a game. We're just reading chat tonight. It's going to be amazing. Holy cow. What a day it's been. Like, I don't know. What's everybody think? Because I think you guys everybody's had quite a lot of time to let things digest and simmer and stew and I don't know. It's Saturday night. It's April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. Is this an April Fool's joke from Her Interactive? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. And we're not going to try and figure out whether or not it's an April Fool's joke. We're just going to have a chat. We're just chatting, just hanging out. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day been? I hope you had a great Saturday. I'm not going to be saying hello to every single person because there's a lot of people here. So everybody, thank you so much for joining. Before I start, there's a couple things that I want to mention, I want to bring up. This song is not as upbeat as I want it to be. Again. Okay, that's alright. Yes. So today, before we talk about anything Her Interactive, Nancy Drew stuff, I just need to say a couple things from my own channel and stuff. I launched some merch today. You guys can go check it out. Actually, I'll pull this up and I can give you guys a little glimpse here into what's be going on. So this is probably not what people are interested in, but I've got to mention it anyways. I've launched some new merch today, so you guys can go to... Oh, we got a new layout! Add me on Discord, by the way. Add me on Discord. I will be chatting with chat viewers tonight. Just to have a little chat. So yeah, anyways, yeah, you can go to my website, ndwalkthroughs.ca/shop, and we got some cool new items that you can buy. To everybody that has bought stuff today, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We've also got some new merch happening, which you might have to scroll a little ways down for, but there's some new merch, and we'll just look over it really quickly, and I'm super excited about it. And we're just gonna do this. Just disregard the. Okay, here we go with the River Heights merch, which I'm really excited about. We've also got the M Benson Aviation, the MB High Flyers Club. We got the 4 girls who aren't afraid of a mouse. Go check us out. This is really exciting. Anyways, that's just me being like that. And finally, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel so far. Just the other day, we passed 2,500 subscribers, and I am absolutely honored. Very honored, very thrilled that anybody has chosen to follow. So thank you very much. I really appreciate every little bit of support. And oh, Psychic's been here since before 1K. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. So thank you everybody. I really, really appreciate it. But guys, tonight. Holy wow. We've got some real hype stuff going on. YouTube is telling me that I'm live. No. I don't believe that for a second. How's the music, by the way? Is it too quiet for you guys? Too loud? Let me know. We got a birthday gift from Nancy Drew. Thank you very much, Nancy. Yeah, so at midnight you can't hear any music. Oh, that's a bit of an issue. How's is that a bit better? Hugh email docs. This is my Nancy Drew email. You guys can email me all you want. Oh, my email's not actually here. nanwalkthroughs@gmail.com. Email me. Let me know. I would love to chat. Ah, that got really loud. But yes, I know I'm kind of shouting. So I've been like stressed out all day. I woke up at 6 in the morning and I got this email and I just leapt out of bed. I was like, whoa! because this is weird. Because I was like looking at it and I was just like, yeah, fan month, yeah, merch, yeah, trivia. And then I saw the T and the H, and then I was like, I was a little more awake. And then I started reading, and then it spelled out 30, and then it spelled out 34. And I was just like, what? That was me looking on Reddit this morning. Yeah, no, it was just gnarly, the craziest thing. Your video is one of the very first things I saw after waking up. Oh, I'll tell you what, I was on it right away. I'm like, I've got to get a recording. And I listened back to the video at like, I don't know, later, and I was like, oh god, I sound like I'm just wasted. Kind of like the color scheme they're working with now. I really like the color scheme too. I think I dig it. I do. But yeah, anyways, I just want to talk about everything here. So let's just I want to break everything down that's happened today. So, wasted on Nancy Drew news. So yeah, at midnight this morning, midnight Pacific time, that is, Her Interactive sent out a newsletter which spread far and wide. And I actually got some messages from people saying that they didn't actually get this newsletter in their inbox. And I was like, oh, well, that's something. And so yeah, they sent this out, and so here's a little trick you can do on, at least on a Windows. I don't think you can do it on a Mac too. If you press Control A, it'll highlight everything. And the reason that this is useful is because if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll notice that this text here, hidden clues are the key, is actually hidden. So you actually have to highlight it, but you can highlight any message like that simply by doing Control A. It's brilliant. And I missed this in my video, and people were messaging me after, but yeah, hidden clues are the key. Now this to me is something that, in my eyes, is just like, if you were able to find this, then you should be able to figure out that, you know, there's highlighted letters in the trivia, and there's highlighted letters in the letter from Nancy, and a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, but anyways, like, these are all, yeah, they're all images. But there's a lot of things here that are really, really interesting. And I brought this up in my video, but who would ever think that it'd be a good idea to put a floor texture, tile texture, and not one, but 2 image backgrounds? Potentially 3 if you want to count this one, but this almost looks like a wall, but I can't quite tell what that is. I don't know. But again, if you look right up in this corner, like down here looks, you know, like kind of normal, but up here, it does look a bit like a video game screenshot. Am I wrong? Like, it looks a bit, or maybe not a screenshot, but a render or something. But the fact that it's down at the floor, if it is a part of the game, the fact that it's down the floor means that they either don't want us to see what the environment looks like, or this is like, they're really proud of their floor, or they're, I don't know, that's really about it. But it's really interesting that they did it for multiple images here, you know? And this is kind of weird too, but if you look along here, along this line, almost looks a bit like it's got a bit of aliasing going on there. And like, this just doesn't look real. Okay, well, it looks really good, but it doesn't quite look real to me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm just like so like full of energy and so excited, but I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, it looks a bit CG-ish. Like, I think it could be, and if it is, then these tile screenshots look better than all of mid. It totally does. It totally does. The first pics look like Treasure Royal Tower. Oh yeah, no, that's so true though. Right? Right? Totally does. But I think it could be screenshots. Oh, whoops. I saw someone point out, I forget who it was, on Instagram, 40-minute floor analysis. Yeah. I felt so old when my first thought seeing the tiles were, wow, those were mopped. Oh, that is brilliant. Okay, this song is not. Oh, this is mysterious. I like this. Oh man, I could just spend all this time reading chat. But anyways, yeah. So someone said that they saw this image and they noticed that there's a little star behind or beside this little image there and this one here. That's simply just saying that those are the 2 new products they added to their shop. which I can't figure out why they would add just the DVD wrap for just the Captive Curse as a puzzle. If somebody can figure that out, please let me know. ND on Spotify? Oh, they are downloaded on my PC and then imported to Spotify. Yeah, Spotify does not... This is not actually in Spotify. So if I click on Kevin Matthew's name, it doesn't actually show up. But either way. Yeah, and then this one. Yeah, so this one here. And there is a castle down here. And if you watch Kalina Herman's video, which is a really good video, by the way, you should probably go check it out. Give me 1 second here. Oh, people are adding me. Perfect. Yeah, she mentions about this being made in Canva, potentially, which makes a lot of sense in my eyes, but I hate Canva, personally. I think it's so gross. But yeah, anyways, this could be an allusion to a castle. Oh, my word! Okay, Let's see if I can do this without... as far as I know, we have a member of the Her Interactive team here tonight. So, you can either call yourself out, or if you don't want to be called out, I don't know how you let me know, but I won't call you out just for right now. We have a member of the Her Interactive team here, so if you take offense to anything I say, I'm very sorry, but that's just... I'm just so excited and going mental. Anyways, there is a Her Interactive employee here. Yeah, we got a castle going on here, and this, I think, could be a good signifier of returning to Austria, if we were to do that at the end of... Like they mentioned, or teased at the end of Midnight in Salem. Kind of teased, but not really. And then even this one too, like to me, this is like the peak of it's Kalina. It's not Kalina. Yeah. Could be Kalina. You never know. To me, this could be a tree. This could be a peak of a house. The image is obviously blurred out. And yeah. Anyways, I was getting really, really weird about this image today because when Her Interactive posted their little video today, and we're going to watch that tonight. When they posted that video, it was at 10:43 in the morning. 10:43 Mountain Time. Nope. No, it was definitely Pacific Time. And this is me being me. But I thought, well, what if this and this gave away the time of day that they were gonna upload the video. And when I say give away, I mean like if you count how many letters are in each one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, oh, we're on to something. So maybe it's saying 10 o'clock and then 40, but there's not 40 characters there. So they might have been like 10, 20, and then it just was late. But anyways, that's how like that's what I was doing at work today. Do not tell my boss. I spend a lot of time focusing on this stuff today. Do not tell my boss. I swear to God. And then this. Okay, so somebody saw. Who was it? It was paw pennies and bento boxes on Instagram, instant gratification, and they were saying, they mentioned no, who was it? Somebody saw, no, it was someone on Reddit mentioned something about the typeface being different for Nancy's writing, which is true. Thanks, Abby, appreciate it. Which is true, but here's the real interesting thing, is that they're actually using the Nancy Drew stationery with a different typeface for Nancy Drew, but it's the Nancy Drew stationery. And the reason I say this is interesting is because if we... Oh, I'm going to do this without spoiling or giving away my browser-ness. If we go to... I don't know, Midnight in Salem playthrough. And I'm not going to just look mine up unless it shows up first. Okay, we'll do this one here. Okay, we're gonna just pause the music for one quick second here. And we're going to go back to here. Excuse me. Shout out to Wishing Tikal. So sorry if I butchered your name. for uploading this playthrough. So we're gonna just check out the beginning of it here. We're just gonna skip ahead. This right here. Do you see how this is just a plain white piece of paper? Do you see how that's just a plain white piece of paper? And do you see how that's not just a plain white piece of paper? Hopefully they bring back Nancy's desk for the next game. Hopefully they bring back Nancy's stationery for the next game. That's something. That would be something, wouldn't it? We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. They really dropped the bomb and dipped. Oh, dude, it was just ridiculous. Had noticed the typeface until I watched Argo Flumps. I haven't actually seen Argo Flumps yet today because I was working all day and I just didn't see it. I saw that he streamed, but I didn't actually watch the stream. Yeah, I'm really hoping things all just come together like that. Just another reminder to anyone that's new or missed it. If you guys add me on Discord, right there, Hugh Miller, hashtag 9769. I will be bringing people from tonight's chat into a voice chat individually, so we can just have a one-on-one chat, and then we'll just chat about Nancy Drew stuff. Actually, while we're here, I want to open up this one. Okay. Oh, this is new. So they've updated the little icon here. Anyways, we're not going to watch that just yet. Not yet. This is too stressful for me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. And so Kalina made some really interesting points in her video, because Kalina, to a degree, knows some stuff about the next game. And when I say to a degree, I mean she knows some of what was in place before she left the company a couple of years ago. Obviously, she can't say anything, and I'm not going to ask her to say anything. Maybe part of the storyline could be that Nancy hallucinated the entirety of mid. Yeah, oh, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? That would be just fantastic. The icon is the same background from the image that links to the Insta. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, it is too! Okay, Salad's out here with the little details. Alright, you see this here? This little icon? Huge shout out to my man Salad. Check this out here. You see that right there? That little icon is the exact same image as the clouds there. Mad shout out to Salad for that little notice there, because that's fantastic. It might not mean anything, but it's something to look at. There was something else I was going to bring up. Oh yeah, and Kalina was bringing up this background too. This, again, it looks CG. It doesn't look real. It looks good. Again, don't get me wrong, it looks good, but it doesn't look real, you know? Because this blending here between like this tile and this, it's not right. It looks like it's just photoshopped right on top of it. It's not quite right. Do you want Codes and Clues 2 or a third Dossier game? If I had to choose either one, Dossier number 3 all the way through. But yeah, I think these are definitely CG renders, and they are not anywhere in Midnight in Salem, because when have you ever seen this in mid? When have you ever seen that in mid? You never get to look down, and if you did, it was just a wood floor. You never get to see this in mid. So my guess, repeating textures as well. These are definitely renders. Oh, totally, exactly. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Little One Cave, thank you. There are definitely repeating textures. You can see the similarities, just seamlessly looped together, which is a really interesting way to notice textures. Don't miss another social post. You never know what we'll post next. That is the truest statement of the night. Of the year, actually. Well, I mean, technically of the last... What year are we in? 2023? Last 8 years. That's been the truest statement of the last 8 years. You never know what they're going to post. Because if I asked anybody in the world last night, if I said, do you think Her Interactive will post something tomorrow morning? They'll say, no. No. Now I want to talk about, really quickly, the fact that today is April Fool's Day. Because has it really been 8 years since C? It's been 8 years since Sea of Darkness. Well, it's been 8 years since Sea of Darkness in May. But that's just to age you guys and age everybody, make you feel old. Today's April Fool's Day, which is a very true fact, which is really, 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 really interesting. Because obviously it's April Fool's Day. It's the first day of April. But today is also marking, like they say here, like this month is Nancy Drew's 93rd anniversary. It's right there. I had to think about that. That's just so embarrassing. Today, yeah, this month is Nancy Drew's 93rd anniversary. So it's really fascinating that I don't know. To me, it's like they chose to put this all up today, and the fact that they took down every single post on here was really interesting. And again, so I want to talk about this one too, and I brought this up in the video because all these little red letters, and you'll see these here, YOUVENHACKED exclamation point. A lot. What you mean ND34 isn't dead? Oh, did I say mid isn't dead? Oh, that's so hilarious. Well, let me just change that real quick. Thank you so much, Alyssa, for the that embarrassing call out. That is awesome. All right, let's just change that to ND34 isn't dead. Save that. Oh gosh, that's. Anyways, thank you, Alyssa, for that. Yeah. So this again, you've been hacked. So this little message here, and a lot of people actually thought that Her Interactive was hacked, which is a really interesting little thing. I would be shocked if they were hacked. That's ridiculous. That's no offense to anybody that thought that. That's a ridiculous thought. Yeah, that's yeah, they weren't hacked. There's no way that they were hacked. But to me, I think it's interesting that they did this and then they cleared all their Instagram posts, which to me is just, it's like we were hacked. We were hacked as a company, and now our Instagram posts are gone. Facebook, totally fine, not a problem. Instagram, gone. I don't think Her was hacked. The level of polish is too professional. Like, exactly. Got a screenshot of the mistake. Now we can tease you. Nice. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That'd be the cruelest, most malicious hacker of all time. Could you imagine if somebody actually did hack Her Interactive and put all this together? Just how mad that would be? How absolutely crazy insane that would be. Holy cow. Unless it was Kalina. Yeah, she just went in through the back and it's like, guess what, guys? I'm in charge now. The real secret is that it was Penny the whole time. But anyways, we've got... Yeah, so that was what I wanted to mention. That. What else I want to mention before we dive into this? I can't remember if there was anything else. Okay, before we do that, what's everyone's thoughts so far? Does anybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions, please... Did you see my Discord post about the Facebook version of this letter? No. I just realized I wasn't even sharing my desktop this whole time. That's embarrassing. Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Actually, before we... Okay, here we go. I'm going to just say something really quick. So, Kalina, story retold Kalina, she has just a very small amount of time. And so we are going to bring Kalina on as a little voice guest here. We're gonna have a little chat with Kalina because she's got a busy evening ahead of her. So we're gonna bring Kalina in, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Kalina Herman to the chat. Let's see if she. I'll have to turn her up here. You there, Kalina? Uh-oh. Kalina, if you're chatting, I can't hear you exactly.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, I'm going to turn the audio up.
Wait, it is working now?
Yes, you're good. Yes.
Okay, it was that push to talk versus, find audio.
That's all good. What a day it's been.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like,
right?
It's I don't know, it was a crazy day. So from someone who had a bit of insight into what could potentially be, what kind of feelings did you have when you first were sort of taking it all in? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, my first initial reaction was, hey, they're actually doing something now. So that's awesome. I'm actually super excited. I'm reading into this and I'm thinking back at what I know from my time at Her Interactive and comparing it with how I think they might still be operating, with how they balance out their messages and how it works in the back end.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I think this is a very hopeful first step. I
Perfect.
know it's April Fool's, and I know I mentioned in some chat responses. Sorry if you hear my kids.
That's all good.
Some chat responses that I think it's kind of a coincidence, that this is on April Fool's because they're celebrating. I suspect that they're celebrating Nancy's anniversary month entirely because it's April. Because Nancy's anniversary is like on the 28th, and they're just going to spend a month kind of doing things to help elevate that and bring more awareness to the brand. And hey, maybe they do have more stuff to announce and to come. I think they're playing on the hype that it is April Fool's. Yes, Benjamin, that's ketchup. That's fine. It's okay. You don't need a Band-Aid. It's okay. Sorry.
You're good.
But I think they're just playing into that marketing tactic to get more awareness for this, especially because of April Fools. But honestly, I don't see this as being something that is just pulling our leg.
Right.
I'm seeing enough clues here and enough messages here that are a little too concrete and not terribly vague, that they have something substantial behind what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they are creating it in a, I don't want to say they are playing with us, because they are playing with us, but I think there is actually something behind it.
Yeah.
There is something substantial. And from what I know, there are some key pieces in here that are very, very alluding to what I know. So I think this is like just solidifying what I know and ensuring that we have a hopeful future.
For sure. On Her Interactive's Instagram post that they did do, they used the hashtag April Fools. Do you think that was a way of playing up the hype and kind of just rubbing a little bit of salt in the wound, as it may be?
Yeah. I think using the April Fools is just a way to get an extra hashtag, pulling in more people
Yeah, for
to
sure.
see it. I mean, I know that they are teasing us, but I don't think they fully understand the difference between a trusting joke, a trusting prank, versus what is just devious.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, especially considering that they've been less community centric and less they're not establishing as much trust with what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
So when they do post something like this, it's kind of hard to gauge, is this actually a friendly thing or is it not? So I totally understand where some distrust may be and where some what's the opposite of hopelessness?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right, yeah.
So I would say, let's wait to see what this month brings. But I don't see anything in here, in this newsletter or in these moves that they're making on Instagram, that this is leading us in some other direction. I think this is leading us to the next game, and I can't say what those exact clues are, because I know exactly which clue.
Of course, yeah.
Referred to these.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, no, and I think that's a really good point about waiting to see what the month brings, because today is April Fool's Day, and everything is still exactly as it's exactly now as it was when the internet, the Nancy Drew community broke, and the fact that it's still the same means they haven't changed anything, and it also means they haven't said April Fools yet. They have kept everything as it is. So I've got a feeling that if it's still up tomorrow, that we're still on we're just riding the train now and seeing what's going on.
Yeah. And if the same team and the same leadership is working there as when I was 2 years ago, then I know, matter of fact, that they don't like to share things unless they are absolutely 100% that what they're sharing is not going to change.
Yeah.
So if they're sharing any little bit, like maybe that tiling floor is, maybe it actually is. I don't actually know if that tiling floor backdrops My goodness, you guys don't have to growl. Hang on. No, don't jump off of that. Hang on, sorry. Hey, no, get off the cooler. Yeah, please get down. Please. That's a drill. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Hey, I know you want to go outside. You gotta finish your food first. What was I saying?
Something about tiled floors and you
Yes.
don't. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Because it's been 2 years. Maybe they've done art. Maybe they have done things. I think something like that, it is not a very good brand choice to use for a background for newsletters. So I think this is how hear me out for this
All right, go on.
scenario.
I can't wait.
This is speculation because I do not know, but this is what I think happened.
Yeah.
I think marketing specialist. I'm not going to name names because I know 3 of the marketing specialists.
Yeah.
Let's say marketing specialist says, "Hey, I know we've got some good stuff coming. Can we tease it out? April Fool's is a great day to start teasing things." Leadership. Well, no, you can't really tease anything concrete. No screenshots, no box art, no titles, nothing like that. Marketing. Well, what if we show something obscure? You know, like how the Amateur Sleuth blog post used to do way back in the day. Something obscure, something vague, something not very concrete or definitive, so that if things do change, we can, pivot. Leadership. Sure. What did you have in mind? I'm gonna have to review it anyways. Marketing specialist. How about the flooring? We've got screenshots. We've got images from these environments, and it doesn't say anything. And it's a great background because it's plain and simple. But there are actual screenshots from the game. How about these? Leadership. Okay. Yeah, we can show that. Let's do it. It would generate hype, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Because this is a great way to get more awareness and more sites on these. So let's do it. Elite marketing's like, yes, here we go. Backgrounds, colors, teases, puzzles. It's vague, but it's something. Here we go. Yes. Anyway, that's how I think it all played out. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I think that sounds about right, and I say that because that tends to be how things go on the Amelia Darnell side of things. So that sounds pretty logical to me. I guess one more question I've got, and then I don't know how much time you've got before you gotta head out.
Yes.
What was I gonna say?
No, that's mine.
This is fantastic.
No,
is that Ben?
I'm listening. Oops. Sorry. Go ahead. No, don't touch that computer.
I just have
Sorry.
No, you're good. It just said story retold is typing. I just love that your kid's just like smacking the keyboard.
Yep, he's exactly doing that. You want to see what he said? Here you go. That's just for you.
Fantastic. Oh, this is great. Hey, no one else will ever get to see that message.
Go eat your chicken nuggets. Sorry, go ahead. What's your question?
You're all good. I'm gonna try and remember. So the fact that if these were actual renders or screenshots or whatever from in game or in engine, let's say, because most likely Her Interactive won't be returning to form as they used to with Sea of Darkness and before. So let's say in engine just for the sake of it. The quality was really good. Would you speculate that is because they were running on a pretty solid PC, or because they finally started to get their act together when it came to optimization for PCs and things are just looking good in general?
Yeah, my speculation is okay, I'm gonna say that I know that they're still working on Unity.
Yeah.
And the same operating system. But I think they're actually taking... that makes a chomping sound, buddy. I know. I think they're actually taking learnings from Midnight in Salem, taking the feedback, taking an idea, kind of going back, like a post-mortem is what used to be called, revisiting the notes, what went well, what went not so well, what can be improved. And I think they're taking that in consideration when they're using the same structure that they set up for Midnight in Salem, but they're improving upon it. That's my speculation. I think they're taking it's hard to say that people have this idea of what things need to look like, and when they're not thoroughly communicated up front, the end result ends up being different. So now that we have an idea visually of what quality and standard,
Mm-hmm.
what the par is for the quality of the art and in the games, and including animation, I think they're just improving upon it. And I think this is something that they've spent a little bit more time on this round, if that is indeed screenshots from the game.
Right. Yeah. No. Of course. Um, from your knowledge and in the best way that you can say it, how open was the Her Interactive team when you were working there? How open were they to taking in criticism and to learning from things that they had done for Midnight in Salem moving forward?
Well, the team structure, I'm not sure what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I left, it was a very open discussion amongst the team.
Yeah.
For those who were in the know and off actually working directly on the content, even though everything was hush hush between departments.
Yeah.
Now, within the department of production, they were always open and communicative about the feedback and sharing what the feedback is from themselves personally, but also from sharing what the overall community responses were
Mm-hmm.
on those matters. So they've had a lot of time to spend reading all that feedback, emails, social media. What do you need help with?
Mommy,
Oh, you want me to hold you? Okay. They've had this time to work on feedback. But with Midnight in Salem, it was really about what they really wanted to make, and that's hard to take all feedback going into something entirely new when you're coming into a brand new project with new parameters, new limitations, new possibilities, and so that's why mid was kind of like what you'd say the bare bones of a starter project. I think now that they've got the bare bones set up, they can build upon it.
Yeah.
So now that they're taking the feedback, they're building it again, but doing it even better. That's what I'm suspecting. I've got a little boy on my piggyback ride. Okay, here we go. Piggyback.
Well, I think that's what the entire community would hope, is that there would be some sense of improvement and some sense, and it's really hard. And again, it's hard for you to do anything about this because you don't actually work for the company, but it's really hard for the fans. And now that you are a fan, I'm sure it's probably difficult to get a gauge of whether or not Her Interactive is actually listening to the feedback, and to know whether or not our concerns and our hopes and wishes are actually being listened to and potentially implemented.
Yeah.
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 Was that ever an
I mean,
issue when you were at Her Interactive? Sorry to cut you off.
Can you state the question again? I had another.
Oh yeah, that's all good. Was it ever an issue having to deal with fan criticism and then try and present those criticisms and or suggestions for improvement to the team, and then they wouldn't really go anywhere? If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's a muscle to exercise when it comes to receiving criticism and feedback.
Yeah.
See, you can always keep in mind that there's always going to be a few really loud people who says the same thing really loudly, really rudely, and that's what you can easily be affected by.
Yeah.
But when you listen to people as a whole, there's not just one or two people complaining about somebody's hands animation, and it's actually like hundreds of people chiming in. Oh, no, let go. No, that's my fuzzy. That's my, no, ouch. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you for the fuzzy. That's my microphone fuzzy. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, you got to take into consideration the majority of feedback. If everybody says that this is wrong, then that's something that we really need to point out to the team, and that as a marketing person who reads all the comments and feedback, point it out to the production team. This is something that's important to the player, and we need to act upon it or fix it for the next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, there goes my microphone fuzzy. It's gone. It's a game of tag now.
Are you down in your office? Or are you upstairs?
I am all over the upstairs. I'm in the bedroom now looking for refuge.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. That is awesome.
Uh-oh, someone's fighting over there. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
I think that's enough for me. Is there anyone in chat that has any questions they want to ask really quickly?
Yeah. Yeah. Read through chat. I'm not really paying attention.
No, I'm kind of like half reading and half listening. A lot of people are saying that there was nothing wrong with point and click. They really appreciated the way things used to be. Ladybug Charlotte says, I think that 3D should be limited to certain puzzles and not the whole game, which I think
No,
that's
thank
fair
you.
enough. Pumport says the screenshots look so much better than mid. Salad says it takes a huge learning curve, and to be fair, they made something I probably couldn't make in Unity on my own, so I give them props for that. Fair enough. That's a good comment there. Terry says mid was too much change, and it didn't even feel familiar, and that makes it hard for the fans. Salad has a question. He says, "Is your fuzzy okay?"
It's back where it belongs, but they're trying to take it again.
That's great. That's really great.
Piggyback ride. Okay, here we go.
Let's see if there are any other questions in chat. Does anyone have questions? Any outstanding questions? Anything?
Oh yes, Joshua Archer, No House. They need more puzzles in the new game. Agreed. That was one of the things that I brought up after Midnight in Salem. Is that it was puzzle heavy at the end, but pretty empty the first third of the game. So they're very much aware of that, and I think balance throughout the game is one of the things I emphasized.
Ladybug Charlotte says, "How much can you not tell us?"
Just about everything. So anything I do tell you is like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ask me a question. I can't say yes or no, but I'll blink. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Blink once for yes, twice for no. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Right.
Jenny Taylor says, "Is there any explanation for the colors being different in this recent email? There was a lot of yellow, which we haven't really seen before."
Here's my speculation.
Go ahead.
It might be the box color art theme.
Oh my goodness, that's a fantastic speculation. I like that a lot. That could be really cool because we actually haven't. I guess technically, Sea of Darkness was technically yellow, but we haven't really had a yellow. We've never had a yellow game box, have we?
Sea of Darkness honored the yellow spine,
Yeah.
but it was more like a blue and
Yeah,
brown combination.
Blue with the wood accents, yeah, but we've never actually had like a blue or a yellow. We've had orange, but we've never had yellow. Yellow could be really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the image of the spire in the newsletter is very alluding.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It doesn't look exactly like. I mean, after looking up Austria castles or cathedrals or churches or anything like that, the closest that it looks like is from St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna.
Right.
But it's not exactly. So when I say not exactly, I think there's potentially, it could be a game screenshot of that game because, oh my gosh, if you look up that cathedral, it is so detailed. That would take forever to do for an artist to do. So if it was a simplified version of that very cathedral,
yeah,
I think that could be a.
What was it called again? St. Paul?
St. Stephen's.
Oh, Stephen's.
PH.
Oh, PH. Thank you very much.
No more.
Stephen's Cathedral.
All done.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, that's holy cow. That's a very. If we just get rid of that, should be able to make it bigger. No, I don't know URLs apparently, or URLs as they are also referred to. Okay, to give everyone a glimpse of what we're talking about here, this is the cathedral that Kalina mentioned in her video and that she is referring to right now. There is significant detail, for sure, and it's something. It's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. Let's see, are there any other
gorgeous.
Any other questions here would be cool to do. Reference. Never Ending Fur just says, I'd love to see a return to form. If they made new games in the early 2000s Nancy Drew games style, I would immediately jump on that. I get the sense from a lot of people that if Her Interactive returned to the way that things used to be, that they'd go mental. But the really big issue with that, and the thing that really spurred going to Unity, from my point of view, my opinion, my viewings, is that you have to move on at some point. And from what I've heard you say and what I've heard other people say is that the old engine, the old way of making games was very rudimentary and not super user friendly and intuitive all the time, and
Yeah.
quite limiting. But
It could not be improved upon. The
mm,
engine was what it was.
yeah,
So it was very limiting. We couldn't really, I mean, it was not beefy enough to do things like add a whole bunch of extra characters or add a bunch of environments or more puzzles
right.
or even higher resolution. Um, so it was a very simple engine, and so that's why we're looking at Unity or Unreal back in the day.
Mm,
Both were equal uh, in choosing, but the decision had to be made, so we went to Unity. Um, but that Unity opens the door for so many possibilities and potential that trying to narrow down and trying to recreate something that is an old 90s style, and let's be honest, there aren't too many point and click games like the Nancy Drew series still
right. Yeah.
in progress. They're still coming out. It's an old style. And so, how do you do that with a new upgraded system? It's kind of hard.
Mm.
And I mean, we also get carried away, at least we did when we first started out. We got carried away with, oh my gosh, we can do this with puzzles. We can do
Right.
3D. We could do much better cinematography and camera movements. Oh my goodness, the sky's the limit. Let's do it all. No, wait, we can't. We're a point and click game. How do we do this?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Um, oh, someone's at the door.
Is that your? Is it
Oh,
time to?
it's Amazon.
Oh, it's. Oh.
We're
That's all
good.
right.
No, what was I saying? Anyways, but yeah, we had to make the change to Unity at some point. And sadly, I'm going to say this on live. You don't need a Band-Aid. Oh, your Band-Aid came off?
She said it here first, folks. You don't need a Band-Aid.
Hurry. Go find your Thomas Band-Aid. Go find the Thomas Band-Aids, man. Okay. No, I'm afraid this is terrible. I'm afraid that the older games are going to become obsolete.
Mm.
That Windows keeps updating, Mac computers keep updating, new software and operating systems keep going forward
Mm-hmm.
and keep moving forward. And every time an update happens, you got to check to see if the games are still going to play,
Yeah.
whether on disk or digitally. And I mean, it's more of a struggle with the Mac computers, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
at some point, there's going to be absolutely no way to play the Nancy Drew games. So what better time to move on to a new system that can work
Mm-hmm.
than, well, it should have been like 10 years ago. But yeah, it's a hard transition.
Yeah. It is amazing, actually, that all the games still run on modern Windows machines. I am quite blown away by that.
Yeah, and what Carly J says here in chat, that was a huge problem with a lot of players. It's like they didn't have beefy machines to
Mm-hmm.
handle how big Midnight in Salem was. I'm sure there could have been ways to consolidate time or space and for that game and reduce the requirements for it to play, but it just wasn't there yet. So hopefully they find new ways to make it more, what's the word, accessible
That's a good word, yeah.
smaller gamers. And when I say smaller gamers, I really mean like people who are not spending thousands of dollars on computers.
Yeah. I actually just thought of another question. Do you think that Midnight in Salem suffered from, let's say, and I'm going to ask this question with context that I'm going to provide. If, let's say, Midnight in Salem was developed from the time that they put out the update saying that we're targeting a spring release date up until the time it was released, which was only about a year and a half or something like that. Do you think it suffered from having that short amount of time to develop a game, to try and develop the game that Her Interactive was trying to develop at the time?
I actually cannot say how long it took for us to make Midnight in Salem when we actually started versus when you think we started.
Right.
That'd be confidential.
Fair enough. Okay. No, that's all good. That's all good.
I will say we really did need more time
Yeah.
from the 2 or 3 release dates that we had set. We really needed more time. I mean, as you see.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a truck, buddy. Yeah, funny wheels. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, like Carrie says, or Carrie says it was 4 years. It was 4.5 years between Sea of Darkness getting released and Midnight in Salem coming out. That is true. But Codes and Clues also came out then, which means that they had to devote time to working on that. And again, Kalina can't say, but I assume that Her Interactive wasn't avidly working on it for 4.5 years, because that's a long time for
Yeah. I can't say
yeah.
anything, but wink wink, nudge nudge.
I love that. Oh, fantastic. Goob and Jetpack, welcome to the stream. If nothing else, this post/newsletter has really brought us sleuths together to solve this. That is so true. Yeah, yeah.
Indeed. And I actually reached out to Her Interactive, complimenting them on how this has brought the community, I don't want to say awake, but really rehypes them. I mean, obviously the community has been active and, replaying the games and
Mm-hmm.
recreating content all over the place. But this has really livened things up
Oh yeah,
and really stirred up brand new hype
for sure.
and excitement for new content that Her Interactive is going to be producing.
Oh, absolutely.
And I chose my words specifically when I just said that.
Very good, very good. Yeah, no, I think I reached out to one of the Her Interactive employees, but they left me on red, and fair enough. I think it was like right in the morning, and I'm sure they had quite a bit to deal with. But
yeah, I'm not anticipating any feedback from them over the weekend because I'm sure they're going to be swamped with all of this monitoring.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
I'm hoping to hear back from them.
Fingers
just
crossed
for some confirmation.
For sure.
But yeah, folks, I suspect there may be more news in the coming month.
Yeah, I'm curious if we won't get, maybe not a release date, but either a title announcement or a cover art announcement, or maybe even a trailer by April 28th. I think April 28th is the big day, and the fact that this happened on April 1st means that I think we're only to benefit from the next coming weeks, months, days, all that stuff. But
I'm just catching up on chat here.
I know, me too.
Yeah, Gooba and Jetpack, they did gain like 300 followers on Instagram. I think, okay, here's something that I told Her Interactive in my email today, that I think they did a great execution of this whole tease thing. Like the newsletter was pretty great.
Yes.
The takedown of Instagram was great. The reposting of a single image was great. I sure hope they know what they're doing when they bring back unarchived posts, because
there were a lot.
There were a lot, yeah. But I think it was well executed. Congrats to the team for doing something great. I take back my words if this is an actual pulling our leg and there's nothing behind it. But I doubt it. I'm like 90% sure that there is substantial behind what they did.
I do agree with that. I've seen a lot of people avidly and very confidently say that this is just an April Fool's joke and nothing more. And obviously they've got complete fair reason to say that, but I think this actually has a bit of substance behind it for the first time in a long time, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do have one gripe, and this could be just a minor error.
Yeah.
You know how in the past newsletters, whenever they did like a fun trivia at the top, somebody's throwing Duplo Legos around the house. Benjamin, stop throwing. Okay. You know how they always did like a trivia at the top, and then they would have like the answers at the very, very bottom of the newsletter?
Yes.
Well, I looked at the very bottom of the newsletter, and it had like the header for Benjamin. Stop throwing. Anyways, but it didn't have the actual answers to the trivia.
No, because it had the little emoji. The
Yes.
but that I actually think that's clever, because that to me is them saying, we don't care what the trivia answers are. We want you to look at the trivia, and there's something in there. And that, I think that to me is what they're trying to go for, which I actually really appreciate. Because again, to me, that's even more of a clue to them saying that this is about the next game. This is not about trying to give you guys something to do. I think it's them saying, you got to look closer because there's something there that you need to see. That's my POV, at least. But
And I overheard you saying this earlier. If you look up towards, okay, so in the video and also in this letter right here,
yeah,
you called out or somebody had called out that the font looks a little bit different than the one they
yes,
typically use.
yeah,
So as I was saying before, they do use Canva, and Photoshop,
yeah,
and I think sometimes they also use Premiere for videos
yeah,
as well. Here's what I think, and this is speculation, what I think happened. They created the image in Photoshop or pulled it from the game. You have
right,
the background that you see in Nancy's desk, as well as the letter blank. Imported that into Canva, created a
right.
video of the type texting, and that typeface is probably just something that Canva had directly in there.
Yeah, that
So
would
they
make a
just
lot of sense.
probably just chose the font available.
For sure. Yeah, no, that would make a lot of sense for sure. Any reason why there's a space after all the letter F's? Yeah, so Jenny Taylor, there is a reason for that, and that has to do with the actual typeface programming itself rather than any sort of hints that they're trying to do. So if you actually, and you can look at this if you're typing, whether it's in Photoshop or Microsoft Word or Google Docs or whatever, if you actually type, just type randomly, you'll notice there's different spacing between a lot of the letters sometimes, which is really, it's just the way that, I mean, maybe not so much in Microsoft Word or like word processing applications, but it definitely happens in Photoshop a lot, and you can just adjust that with the kerning and such. But I just saw something. Who was talking about this? I just saw. Oh yes, Carrie. What does "you've been hacked" mean? So this is what I want to ask you about this too, because you might not be able to say anything, but you mentioned this in your video about hacking and the theme of hacking, and I saw somebody, I forget who it was. It might have been Paw Pennies and Bento Boxes on Instagram. Somebody said that this could possibly be, this might be a bit of a stretch, but a sequel of sorts to The Silent Spy, which I thought was, it might be a bit of a stretch, but I like the idea of returning to this super secret, super spy kind of dealio. And are you able to mention or delve any further into what you meant by hacking? If not, then don't worry.
I know exactly what this is about. I can't say anything more. It doesn't involve Silent Spy though.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it involves. I think there might be something in the future to look forward to that might relate to it, but we'll have to see. This is my wink, wink, nudge, nudge about hacking. So don't read too much into it because I don't see much here.
Yeah.
But remember hacking. Remember it.
Keep that in mind, chat. Keep it in mind. And then I saw somebody, I forget who it was too. I'm so sorry if I'm just forgetting everybody. I was at work and I was busy. Somebody mentioned that, it was Goob and Jetpack actually, I think. It might have been, I can't remember. Somebody mentioned that Mystery of the Seven Keys might have to do with computer keys, which
that
ties in with hacking.
Excellent.
And when I saw that,
idea.
I was like, whoa! Because of course, because we're so trained with Nancy Drew having some historical element, it makes so much sense that people would assume keys to a door or keys to a piano or something like that. Because we've had pianos in the past. We've had door keys all over the place. But computer keys, we've also had computer keys. And what we've never had is... Okay, I shouldn't say that because it happened in The Silent Spy. We haven't had many opportunities to hack into something and do spying or snooping or whatever. And I don't know, when I saw that, I was just like, holy cow, that's genius. That makes so much sense.
Y-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's brilliant. I think that if Her Interactive hasn't included that, like, that thoughtful crossover keys,
Yeah.
wink, wink, huh?
Yeah.
If they hadn't included that already by now, um, I honestly don't know if they would have incorporated that, because that's brilliant and I love it.
Totally.
But I think we did a little bit of hacking with Silent Spy when we kind of bugged
Yeah.
a few characters, and then kind of read what they had said, and then we had a tiny alluding to hacking in the Deadly Device with the
Yes.
security cameras.
I'm seeing some
And I
people
think I
mention that,
remembered.
yeah.
Yeah, I shared that with Her Interactive before
Mm.
I left, so they've got a little context of areas that might be similar. So I think I know that the direction they're actually going, by the way. So,
Fascinating. There you go. Someone says they could be referring to another meaning of hacking. In other words, to cut or kick, which is actually another interesting interpretation of it. Hacking
Meat
away
cutting.
at ice, hacking away at meat, hacking away, like, like hacking at, I don't know, something like that, just coughing away, hacking up a lung. That's not it, coughing up a lung. But yeah, there's maybe it's a lumberjack game.
Nancy, Paul Bunyan.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, it's the return to. It's just like a very long mini game of the wood chopping puzzle from Shadow Ranch. That's gonna be the next one.
Okay. I have a question for you, Hugh, and
yeah.
everyone else in chat. Let's just presume Mystery of the Seven Keys is the title.
Yeah.
Let's just presume it for a second. If that actually is, and there has to be, I think by licensing agreement, we have to connect games to the Nancy Drew books for the sake of Simon & Schuster's license. Even though some of them are super far-fetched, there's like only one big connection. Like how The Captive Curse is based off The Captive Witness.
Yeah.
But the only connection between it is that it happens in Germany for a short time. Nothing else is related to it.
Right.
That being said, any of you have any guesses? Because I actually happen to know the answer to this, and I'm not going to say what the answer is. What Nancy Drew game they have to tie this in? What book do they have to tie that into?
Now that is like the question of the ages, because I remember when the first Mystery of the Seven Keys trademark discovery came out, thanks to charity for that. That was like the first question. Well, what book is it based off of? Because there's only 2 books that actually have keys in the title or whatever. And while I think it's fair to assume that it would be based off a book with key or keys in the title, part of me doesn't think that's the case. But I don't know. Maybe it's just
so.
me.
Hugh, you are correct. If it is the Mystery of the Seven Keys, and I'm not going to say if it is or isn't, because I don't know. I honestly don't know. We have not seen any actual clues, or that's been shared by Her Interactive, leaked or otherwise, to what book it is connected to.
Right.
At all.
But do you know the answer?
I do know the answer, yes. And I read the book just to see what the connection was, and there is a tiny bit.
Right.
Yes. There is more connection to the book than, let's say, The Captive Witness had to The Captive Curse.
Well, there you go.
So it's really, the sky's the limit on your guys' guesses.
Yeah, I was gonna say that leaves almost any other Nancy Drew book for you guys to choose from. So
I can help you narrow it down though, which series it is.
I know that could be useful, because some series are longer than others, but
yeah, it's in the longest series that there is. The Mystery Digest paperbacks. It's among those.
There you go. Clue Crew. You guys know the books better than I do. I expect a full report on this tomorrow morning before I go to work. I think we're done. Gooba and Jetpack only know so few books. I think we're not gonna figure this one out. Cleena having to justify when she doesn't know about something versus not being able to say stuff even after working for her. I know that's a very it's fun. It's good fun. I love seeing you try to dance around what you can and can't talk about. I feel like sometimes that can almost give away more than the actual answer. Not always, but sometimes. But yeah, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been a couple years since I've left, so I don't know what has changed
For
since I've
sure.
been there.
Yeah. LB says the hacking thing really has me. If you call someone a hack, then they'll call you a crackpot, just like in Last Train. If you call someone a hack, you mean they're not great at what they do, especially writing. A mediocre writer is called a hack. Oh, there you go. There's another little, what do you call it? Theory. Beauty. Does anybody have any more questions? Because as much as
I got like 3 minutes and I gotta go.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you hopping on and taking the time to chat and answer questions. It's been amazing. But I do know that other people would, I think, love to offer their 2 cents as well. But I'll see if anyone has any other questions before Colleen's got to wrap up here. English has walloped us with multiple meanings to all these words. Oh, it's just painful, isn't it? It's awful. Yeah. Could be a reference to the hack slinging slasher. Could be another tropical game or with a crossover to SpongeBob. Oh. Jack Sampson says, would Her Interactive ever remaster any past games? Or I assume, that's a bit of a tough question I think for you to answer because you're not actually there. But I'll let you take a swing at it if you feel like it.
All right, I'm actually gonna head out.
Okay,
Thanks
that
for
works
letting
too.
me hop on for a while.
Well, thank you for joining. It's been brilliant. I really appreciate chatting, and I appreciate you taking your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one. Thanks,
You too.
friends. Keep going. Keep speculating.
Kalina's streaming on Monday night. Go follow Kalina's Story Retold on YouTube, and she's streaming Secret of the Old Clock. If I'm
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Go give her a follow, guys. Big round of applause for Kalina. We're gonna turn on a bit of music, and that's some scary music. There we go. All right, thanks, Kalina. We'll see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kalina Herman of Story Retold, ex-Her Interactive employee. Here's my question immediately. Yeah, I know. Okay, so before we get some more people on here, because I do want to bring more people in, I do want to quickly go over the video that Her Interactive posted today, which is a very interesting and fascinating video. So we're just going to pop back over to here, and we're going to play this loud. Here we go. I gotta actually turn on the audio. So there is music in this track and in this video. This music, they posted a video. Yeah, they posted it at close to 11 a.m. Pacific time. Yes, they posted a video, and there's tons of comments. They're quite fun to read, I'll tell you that. We're gonna take a look at this video. There is music in the background. I don't know if it's stock music or if it's from the new game or what it is, but this is it. Let's watch, everybody. So that's it. I love the music. I think it's really good. Charity makes a fantastic point saying this is such Ryan Ricks vibes. It's got to be him. I completely agree. To me, it sounds... Yeah, this is all right. We'll do this one. To me, it sounds very much like Ryan's music for Midnight in Salem. Mid meets Lie meets Ash. I think that's a banging description, Gooba and Jetpack. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think the music's great. If it's from the new game, then that's fantastic. And I'm very curious to hear how the rest of the music sounds. But I actually don't mind this. Let's hear it again, because I want to hear it again. Could be Secret of the Golden Pavilion. Oh, very interesting theory. Yeah, so it's something. Because you can hear the harp at the end, and the fact that that leads right into the beginning of the song means it's obviously a music track that can loop, which is really interesting. The April Fool's hashtag, though. So, Emily, I think that, and then Kalina and I were talking about this a little bit ago. I think that it's a bit of a. I don't think they're being serious when they're saying April Fools. I don't think they're quite being serious. I think it is a bit more of a little jab in the ribs kind of dealio, you know. But I do understand your concerns there. I saw somebody, the Countess. This music has vibes that give me seaside and historical castle. Oh yeah, historical castle vibes. Kind of music you'd have exploring around an island. An island, a castle. I think this would fit right in. Just think about this. Right? Like you're exploring a castle. It's daylight. And there's something weird going on. There's a bit of wind, maybe the ocean in the background. It's quite lovely, isn't it? It's medieval. It's totally medieval. Oh, it's more medieval than anything else. Yeah. I hope it's not on an island. They never get island games right. Okay, but. Ghost of Thornton Hall took place on Black Rock Island. I thought that was a pretty okay game. Yeah. And then, okay, so I forget who said this too. I saw somebody say that this video clip is actually 34 seconds long, which again, 34 seconds, game 34. If that was intentional, whoever put this video together, I would like you to join the voice chat right now so we can have a little chat and I can give you a little congratulations, because that's genius if that's the case. Actually, in all seriousness, and I'm being dead serious, I will be absolutely respectful. If there are any Her Interactive employees in the chat that would be able to speak about anything from today, and if they can't go into specifics, I completely understand. But if there are any individuals that would like to, bring stuff up, DM me on Discord, and we can sort that out. But only if you're able to. I will not pressure you in. But if we actually got some Her Interactive employees in here, that'd be sick. Yeah, I just think it's great. I think it's such an interesting vibe, you know? But at the same time, it does, like Charity said, it's very Ryan Ricks. It's very Ryan Ricks. I'm going to pull up a bit of Midnight in Salem music here. Where's game soundtracks? 33, and we'll do... Right? Right? Like, there's some similarities there. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's really, really interesting, actually, how they kind of all just... Yeah, I don't know. They just kind of do their thing. It's something. As anyone mentioned, the book, Key in the Satin Pocket. I don't think anybody has mentioned that one yet, no. Ryan Ricks did an amazing job with Mid's OST. Would like to see him do more. ND34 truly isn't dead. Now, Sidekick, I know you're not a full believer in the new game. I am inclined to think that it's definitely going to be happening. That's just me. But yeah. Okay, so was there anything else I was going to mention before we bring in some more people to have a chat with? Where is... Oh, this is what I was looking for. Was there anything else? Was there anything else at all? That's going to... Cool. Nice. Okay. That's good. This is way too much to invest in a joke. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I think there's so much work that went into this. Again, if it's a April Fool's joke, wow, what a setup that is. But there's always the opportunity that it is real, and I am choosing to believe that it is real. Okay, yeah. So, if there's anything else anyone wants to say, I'm going to bring the next person in. And as much as I really enjoyed chatting with Kalina, I will always love chatting with Kalina. I'm going to try and limit discussions with people just because I want to try and get through a few here. I'm going to try and limit discussions with people to about 10 minutes per person. Maximum 10 minutes per person. You can cover my 7 keys to the internet theory. Have I heard that? I'm sure I've heard the theory. Charity, I'm very sorry if I am not remembering your theory, because I've been on such... I can't remember like half the things that I've said today. It's brilliant. But yeah, so we are going to bring the next person in. Let me just do this here. Okay, next person we've got here is my friend Andrew. Andrew has been a very big fan of the Nancy Drew games for a long time. What do you think about everything that has happened today, Andrew? What are your thoughts on it all? Do you think this is a joke, or do you think that we actually have a game coming?
I honestly think we're having something coming, because this is like far too much work for it to be a joke.
I think it's brilliant. I think they did an amazing amount of work, and they did. It's very different from anything that they would have done. They have done really since Midnight in Salem came out, and so I think I'm very, very interested to see where it goes.
Same.
What are your hopes? What are your hopes for now that we have seen whatever they've shared? What are your hopes for what ND34 could be about? And what it might contain narrative-wise.
Okay, so considering how it was like 7 keys, like if it is, and it mentions hacking, maybe something got hacked and we need to figure out 7 decryption keys.
That's very possible. Totally. Yeah, no, I'm curious, and that's where I'm really curious too. Like, what is it that we would be hacking? Would we have to infiltrate something, or an organization, or would there be an organization that we have to infiltrate before they infiltrate us? Like, is it going to be like a race against the clock kind of dealio? What are you thinking?
Could be like racing against the clock if Revenant is coming back.
If Revenant, yeah. So, do you think there will be any return of characters or organizations, or like what kind of Easter eggs or throwbacks to the other games that do you think we'll see?
Oof.
It's a big question.
Honestly, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because there's so much to say in so little time with that question.
All right. Well, I'll ask you this question then. Do you think that there will, and I'm going to ask everybody in chat as well. Do you guys think that there will be a return of Frank, Joe, Ned, Bess, George, and or Deirdre?
I would say Bess and George, because where the heck were they in mid?
Yeah, we didn't see them. We haven't seen them since the Shattered Medallion, as far as I know. Yeah,
Dang.
it's been a while. It's been a little while. It's been no to the Hardy Boys and Deirdre because we got them in the last game.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And hopefully a physical appearance of Ned, because remember what they did in Alibi and Ashes? We were so close, but yet.
Yeah, I'm curious if they'll do it. I'm very curious if they will actually make Ned a physical character.
They better.
I think it'd be great if they did. I think it'd be really great if they did, but it'd have to be done right. Scott Carty would still have to play Ned. It would have to be done right. It would have to be done right for sure.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we can switch between phone characters, because what if in the next game somehow Bess and George were in the area as well, and then there was this hacking thing and they just needed to work together like they did in Alibi and Ashes.
I think that'd be great. Something that I would actually really love to see is one of Nancy's friends in peril, like bad peril, and we need as Nancy to. I would love to have some really interesting writing for the game where we have to make a choice, which would sacrifice part of the mission to save our friends. I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be so tense and it'd be so stressful, but it'd be really cool.
It'd be like Final Scene, but times 2.
Exactly, yeah. Return of Maya. I love this. Zebra Check says Return of Maya. Sidekick says more Maya, please. Every time she pairs with Nancy, she gets kidnapped. It's brilliant.
Yeah, then be like, dang it, Maya, can you not go one time without getting kidnapped when you're with me?
I think that's fantastic. I think that'd be so funny. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, a lot of people are really interested in a physical Ned. What are some things that you would hope to see changed from Midnight in Salem going forward?
Navigation, because one instance it was a little messy in town square.
Yes, I think a little messy is like an understatement.
And animations, because they just used like the hand motions one a lot, like the same one.
They definitely did. Oh yeah, for sure. Totally.
More puzzles, of course.
Yep, that works for me. I'm on board with that.
Less dialogue.
I think if they kept the same amount of dialogue, but just had it, spaced out more, I think that would work. Because having to just sit there and like it's exhausting having to just listen to all this dialogue.
Yeah, but at least we have an option to skip it, except not all at once.
No, that is
individually.
True. That is very true. Casey Nickerson says if they could do another Best Kidnapping and do it right, that would be awesome. Yeah, I think that would be pretty sweet. Little One Cave says it was pacing that was the biggest issue in mid. That's a very fair issue for sure. Totally.
Oh, another thing I would change is like instead of having like the inventory icons just like all plain white, they add some color to it.
Yes, adding some color to the UI, make the UI look way better. Yeah, Tori says I'd like to see the inventory made to look better too. I completely agree. Having an immersive UI is such an important thing, and yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Okay, what would you like changed?
Give me one quick second here. For me, there's a lot of things. I think, definitely navigation. I would love to see not changed, but improved, like drastically improved. The phone needs to be improved. I want a checklist. Graphics need to be improved. Just better optimization all around.
Didn't we have a task list?
Yeah, but you couldn't check things off. It would just check things off for you. It was
fair.
It wasn't very intuitive. And I also would like I just thought of it and I just forgot it. I would actually like better voice direction, because sometimes it felt like they were just reading lines off of the page compared to actually speaking, and that kind of bugged me a bit.
I never thought about that, honestly.
But I think that would be something that I would like to see improved upon for sure. I want the text box to come back. Oh, that's a fair. Yeah, I think having the text box come back, I think would be a great thing for sure. Just because I was okay with what they did, but it wasn't very interesting. It moved around too much, and I didn't like it. It was bugging me. But anyways, we got about 1 more minute here before I gotta bump you out and bring someone in. So I'll let you finish what you were saying before I cut you off there.
Okay. Oh, another thing is maybe not have the background blurred when you're on the phone.
Yeah, the background blurring was a bit weird, even just throughout the game, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of something there. Pumport says they need to keep. Why are the protesters in this small town like this?
I mean, no offense to the person who made that voice, but who the heck thought that was an acceptable quality?
Whoever directed the game, I think it'd be brilliant. I think it would be super, 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 super funny. Charity says the background blurring is an allusion to Nancy's poor eyesight. I know, she needs glasses. That's what's gonna happen in this game. She's gonna go to the optometrist.
Wait, bring back Sweater Guy 2, you mean Soren from C?
Oh, it probably is, yeah. Why are the villagers in the small castle like this? Countess, I love that. Oh, let's hope that shows up. Andrew, thanks so much for being here, buddy. I really appreciate it. Great to chat and share your insights.
Of course, I had a fun time.
Fantastic. We'll chat soon, man.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, see you, buddy.
All right, see ya.
Okay, that was Andrew. That was my friend Andrew. Thank you again, Andrew, for popping in. We are next going to be bringing in Abby. Abby in chat. So we're going to start a voice call here. And again, these discussions, these don't need to be exactly 10 minutes if you would prefer to keep it to a shorter amount of time. But anyways, Abby, welcome. It is great to finally chat to you for real.
Hi. Yeah, it's good to chat to you too. I'm so nervous. Why am I so nervous?
Well, it's scary because there's like 80 people watching right now, and that's about it. It's a lot. It's a lot, isn't it?
Well, I had a YouTube when I was like growing up, and the most I had was like 2 viewers. So that's a lot.
No, that's that having a change from 2 viewers to this many is quite significant. No, I totally get that.
I'm going up in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, by the end of this, you'll be walking the red carpet in Hollywood. It's gonna be brilliant. What are your thoughts on everything? Do you think that this is a joke, or do you think that this is a real tease to the future of Nancy Drew?
Honestly, if it's a joke, it's on site. If I see any phone from her interactive, like it would be really mean. I don't think it wouldn't make sense. Like it's April Fool's supposed to be funny. Like this is that's. But I think I don't know. I think that it's strange that they would like hashtag April Fools in the post and stuff. Right. But I mean, I don't know. It's like also was it the 93rd birthday for Nancy?
93rd, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it also makes sense. I don't know.
No, I think it's totally fair. From what Kalina and I spoke about, what Andrew and I spoke about, what I've spoken about, and what other fans have mentioned too, I think it's totally viable that this is a lead up to the next game. Yeah, I'm just so curious to see what they're going to show next. I'm curious what's going to be the next step for the company communicating with the community. What's something that you're hoping to see from Her Interactive moving forward?
Honestly, I think I don't know if this is the right word, but respect for the old fans, just kind of bring a little bit of familiarity back.
For sure.
It felt like a whole new thing. I was playing, and I was so confused. I was like, "Is this Nancy Drew?" Mid. It was so weird. It was weird. So just bringing honestly, I play the games for nostalgia reasons. So it's it's kind of I'm sure a lot of people do too. So it's kind of a kick in the face for them. So.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. What from Midnight in Salem? What do you think is going to be something that you would hope that the company would listen to, criticism wise, and that they would change?
Well, I think it was interesting for them to like branch out and like try new things, but not all landed. So I hope they really oh, I don't know, like more puzzles. That was a big one. Like it's literally a puzzle game. So
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. Yeah, just more puzzles, kind of reminiscent of old games and stuff like that.
If you were to be put in charge of Nancy Drew 34, let's just say as like the creative director, what is something that you would implement? What is a direction that you would go in that you think would be important to you and important to the fans?
Ooh, Slay, I like that question. I don't know. Like, I want it to obviously appeal to wider audiences, but like, I don't know, just it feels too different. I really, what I'd do is I'd bring back some kind of old things, like I don't know, old interface or like old graphics. There's not old graphics, but like
Yeah.
I think they killed Sea of Darkness.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It was fire. So so maybe something like that. And yeah, just taking constructive criticism, I guess, just kindly though.
Yeah, no, I think that that's a great point, and that's really what I'm hoping that Her Interactive does with this game, because there was immediate backlash. I remember when Midnight in Salem came out, it was way earlier than people had anticipated, like several hours earlier, and people were beating it like within, I think, a couple hours. And there was just like critique after critique after critique and complaint after complaint after complaint. And so I think for them to take that in and hopefully learn from that, I think is going to be the most important thing going forward.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Based off of what we've seen today, I'm going to just pull this up so I can make sure I've got the right reference here. If I can find it. Sorry, give me 1 second here.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. That's right. This one here. Do you think, or what do you think that the "you've been hacked" secret message is alluding to, based on what we've seen from the message and from what we've heard from Kalina?
Honestly, I was thinking about this actually. I was like, I feel like how do you say it, Revenant?
Yes.
I feel like that was a pretty big, spoilers, a pretty big culprit.
Yeah.
So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought that back in some way, because it felt very substantial, and like, you know, normally it's like a one person kind of behind everything, but
right.
This was like a whole big shebang, you know. I don't know if that's a word.
It is now.
Yeah, so I think it could maybe like allude to something like that. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. I like that a lot. I got a question here from LB. The misprinted game boxes and discs for mid were so bad. How does a company let that happen? It's like turning in a paper for school without proofreading it first.
Literally.
Did you pre-order Midnight in Salem?
I didn't. I was like, I saw like things for it, and I was so mad. I did. I was like, I promised I wasn't gonna play it, but of course it, you know, I did, and I was really mad.
I don't blame you. It's a real change of pace in a lot of ways from what we've already known. Yeah,
well, I grew up playing the games, and it's really like there's a certain formula to it that I love.
For sure.
The games. It felt so different.
Yeah. Oh, it was very different. Very different. And final question I think I'm going to ask you is, will you be, this is pretty early to ask this, could you see yourself pre-ordering this new game?
Oh, 1000%. They get me every time.
That's a great
Seriously.
answer. I love that.
Freaking commercials, everything works so good on me. I'm such a sucker for everything. Of course I will. Absolutely. 1000%.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Well, Abby, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you giving your time and
Yeah, thank you so much.
answering questions. And I will see you around the internet.
Cool. Thank
Have a
you.
lovely evening. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. See ya. Okay, we're going to bring the next person in. Abby, thank you again for hopping in. We are going to bring in, if they're interested in chatting, Pomport. Let's see. Let's see if they're interested in chatting. Let's see if they're up for it. If they are, then boom, we got our next guest. While we're waiting, I'm going to turn on the lights. Hold on 1 second. We're just going to go to this for a quick second. No, that's the wrong one. This one. All right, and just like that, you never know it, but we're back with more light. Okay, perfect. We're bringing in Pomport. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hello, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I am doing just grand.
Well, everyone's dealing with the chaos today.
Yeah. Oh man, it was yeah. How did you react? First react to the newsletter.
I woke up and I saw it and it just like I didn't need coffee or anything to get me awake. That just was
Yeah.
like, oh my god. 'Cause I truly like I totally have been on the there will never be a game 34.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd never thought there'd be a game 34. And
Yeah.
so I'm but then it also is like, wait, is today April Fool's?
Yeah, I
And
know.
it was like
There was just like this rush of emotions in like all over the place.
it's
Like I've been up for well over 12 hours now because I I just saw it and I just jumped out of bed. But yeah, I know it was a shock.
I loved seeing Arglefump's reaction to it
Mm.
within his like typical April Fool's videos. It's just
Yeah, I actually haven't seen because he posted a video this morning saying that Midnight in Salem is the best game. I haven't seen that yet, and I haven't seen his little 12-minute live stream he did. But I'll have to go check
he
those
did a
out.
Touch Grass too.
Oh, and that one I haven't seen that one yet either. That's right.
That one's great.
Is it good? Okay, fantastic. I'll check that out. Brilliant. So are you thinking that this is gonna end up being just a good old April Fool's joke, a grand April Fool's joke, or do you think this is actually an allusion to the next game?
I think it has to be an allusion to the next game because her interactive would be pretty dumb to do that. They would just completely alienate their fan base, which what's left of the fan base now is so dedicated. It would be so stupid to undo like 20 plus years
No, that's true.
of
Yeah.
dedication. That would be so stupid. I feel as though they'll give us more information within the next week since it was on April Fool's Day.
That makes sense. Yeah, because we've got Sunday tomorrow, so they're probably gonna take Sunday off, and then yeah, I would imagine there would be more information next week, for sure.
Yeah. Maybe on Monday or
Something like that. Fingers crossed. Hopefully Monday.
I think something will happen on Nancy's birthday, whether that's a trailer or something.
It's too big of a day for the character, and I would say for the community, but I'm not sure how many people actually, either care or celebrate too much. But I think for the character, I think it's too big of a milestone to not say anything. If it was a 95th anniversary, then I think they would say something really big because 95 is a nicer number than 93. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if they said something on the anniversary just because why not? Because I think that's going to be the day that they drop something really big, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to someone on Instagram today. I forget who it was. I've forgotten pretty much everyone that I've talked to or seen today. It's brilliant. And they said, we were talking about something about the fact that if this was a joke, then it's a very clever joke. But I said, if it is a joke, then they spent this much time doing this massive grand thing they really must have absolutely nothing else to do with the company other than just
They
sit
could
there.
make a game in the time
They
make
could
this
have done.
joke.
Well, yeah, it's totally. And, I was laughing today at myself because it's like, because I'm on the team for Amelia Darnell. I just thought it was so funny that we set out to make a game because Her Interactive wasn't making games, and now Her Interactive seems to be making games, and we still haven't put out our first game. So I think we're getting put on the spot here a little bit. Anyways, that was that was something. But anyways, and I've asked this a few times, but I am always just genuinely curious from everybody. What would you hope to see Her Interactive do or change from Midnight in Salem going into this next game?
I think I want a more fully realized story. And just, Midnight in Salem felt like a first draft. It didn't feel as though there were any edits made or really refinement. And I don't know, I want the Hardy Boys to come back. But I don't know if they do the Hardy Boys 2 games in a row. I want resolve on the Ned drama.
I know. I hope they bring Kalina back just to voice that one character again. It'd be even better if we met that character in person and that's how we meet up with Ned. Oh, what drama that would be.
That would be a great new love triangle to put in it. That would be so good.
And it'd be even better if Frank and Joe were working for ATAC or the network, and just like in Kabu Cave, they just show up and Nancy, and they just see, that would be brilliant.
And Joe better get attacked again.
This time by... What would he get attacked by this time?
I don't know.
It would have to be really good.
Something a la Scooby-Doo in the cyber... what was the cyber mystery? That's
something
what
like
I'm
that, yeah.
imagining for this.
Oh, that would be so
the whole
funny.
hacking thing.
I think that'd be fantastic.
Oh, God, yeah. What do you want in the new game?
I fully agree with you. I think a fully realized story that's fleshed out and well written and makes sense. Something that is intriguing and has good little twists. I think is really, I think I would just love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Kalina just says, "Sorry, I'm Ned's girlfriend now."
Honestly, Kalina, just Nancy Drew for her 93rd birthday. She can just pass away and it can just become Kalina Herman Adventures.
Oh my word, the Kalina Herman Mystery Adventures or PC Adventure Series. I think that would be amazing.
You don't have to deal with Simon and Schuster anymore.
Oh, I would love to see that. Oh, and her sidekick's just a little jackalope. I think it'd be awesome. That would be
amazing. Yeah, I wonder if Deirdre, if they're gonna do. I feel as though they're going to get rid of the Deirdre stalking you.
I hope they do, because that was so stressful. It was so annoying to have her there. So did you pre-order Midnight in Salem?
I did not.
You did not. Okay.
I just bought it on Steam when it came out, and I'm glad I did because I saw all the pre-orders.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was something. What were your first reactions when playing the game in comparison to the other games?
Well, I had to mess around with the settings a bunch. Right off the bat, I had to mess around with the settings. So that was very frustrating. And then I think the car ride just kind of sealed my disappointment. And because there were parts of it I liked. Also, the Austria part. I always forget about the Austria part.
I know.
That was weird.
It's so obscure. And I really think that was because one of the dev companies was based in Austria, and that was their we'll put our little Easter egg in here of where we live. But it was so arbitrary.
Yeah, and I remember I just kind of lost it when the lady was like, "Oh, I won't come in. I'm scared of that room."
I know.
I was like, okay.
I thought that was so funny. Oh my word.
God. Yeah, I mean, I played through it. It was an experience.
To put it lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so crazy looking at Sea of Darkness compared to it. And I really hope they take, and it does sound as though they are listening to people's criticism from what Kalina has said.
Right.
Which is something I really appreciate, because it's okay to have bumps in the road.
Yeah.
If it means we can get another good Nancy Drew game, I'm okay with it.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. What is something from Midnight in Salem that you hope will be carried over into the next game?
I mean, I said it in chat. Why are there protesters in a small town like this? They need to just have that line
Yeah.
be in every game.
That should be just like Nancy's ringtone or something.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Oh my word. That would just stress me out. But
That would
yeah.
be so good. I liked the texting, though, in Midnight in Salem. I like that the texting felt like real texting.
Yeah. That was
I
a
thought
nice
that
little
was a
feature.
Cool element to add.
For sure. No, I think
Yeah,
that's a great choice. Actually, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you this final question as well, like I asked Abby. Will you be pre-ordering? Again, it's very early. Will you be pre-ordering the next game?
I think it depends on if they release a trailer, how the trailer looks. If I can see that they've been improving, I think I'll pre-order.
Perfect.
But if it doesn't look like it, I'll wait and get it off Steam.
That's fantastic. I think a lot of people feel the same way as you regarding that for sure. Well, that's great. I almost called you Abby, but I guess Pomport. We'll do that. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining up and giving us your insights into your thoughts into everything.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for doing this live stream.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love just talking Nancy Drew. It's brilliant.
It's the best. It's the best. Best community.
This has been a crazy day, and I'm glad I got to share it with so many other fans. It's fantastic.
Yes.
So,
well,
thank you again, and you
Yes,
have
thank you.
a wonderful evening, and we'll see you around the internet.
yes. See ya.
Beauty. See ya. All right, and that was Pumport. Thank you so much again for joining. As of right now, we've got one more person that is ready to join, I think. I'm just going to shoot him a quick message and just make sure. And if they are up for a chat, we'll do them. And then if anybody else wants to, I'm going to once again provide my Discord number there. So if you guys want to be showing up in chat, in the voice chat, add me on Discord right there, Hugh Miller, #9769, and we'll get you in here. So let's see if we've got a response. Nothing yet from this person, so we'll wait a little bit longer and see what happens here. Oh! Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Now we know who's waiting. Sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen. Just completely... let's change this here. Yeah, still nothing. We'll give him one more minute. We'll give him 15 more seconds, sorry. Give him till 8:49. And if they don't respond, then we're going on to the next person. Do you have to have Discord to talk? As of right now, I'm going to say yes. Okay, chat is up. We're going on to the next person. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Doris. Doris!
Hugh Miller!
How's it going?
I am here today talking to you because I am in the minority and I will say some controversial things.
I can't wait to hear him. I'm just going to let you just go because I know you. Just go.
I am actually kind of nervous because I don't want people on my case about this.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this before you start. If
Okay.
any of you guys in chat take issue with anything that Doris says, you just there's a
You know what? It's fine.
There's a great little button up in the top right of your screen. It's just called the exit button, and you're welcome to press that at any point in time that you take issue with anything. Well, no, not even just with Doris, with anybody, with what anybody says. But at this point in time, with what anything that Doris says, Doris right there. In fact, it's right behind me too. You're more than welcome to leave. Anyways, Doris, I want to hear your thoughts because I'm so excited about everything that you have to say.
Okay. Me and Sidekick are in the minority here for sure. Me and Sidekick
perfect.
were talking about it earlier. We actually agree on a lot together. And to me, I do think this was more than just an April Fool's joke.
Okay.
But it's been a rough few years with Her Interactive, right?
That's a very accurate statement.
And for me personally, I feel like we've just been screwed over so much that the fact that they chose to do this today, honestly find that a bit insulting. Because now we're kind of questioning, wait, is this a joke? Are we going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to be like, sorry, ask us again like in 5 years?
Right.
And I'm so scared.
I don't blame
gotta tell you.
Well, I think it's a very valid opinion for sure. An opinion I disagree with, but I definitely understand your concerns. So do you think? Okay, let's say we wake up tomorrow, and Her Interactive is announcing, or may just arbitrarily announce a brand new key to the puzzle. No pun intended. Will that restore any faith in you?
What I really want is a trailer. Like, for me, it's like I'll believe it when I really see it.
Right.
Like, sure, we're getting, like, teased right now, maybe. Yeah. But because, like, this isn't my first fucking time. Oh my, I'm so sorry.
That's fine. So you're good. You're good. That's all good. That's all good.
Oh my god. Bleep.
We got live censorship. Okay. Yeah. It's all good.
I'm so used to, like...
I know. It's all good. God. You're fine.
Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, because of the situation, like, just give me a trailer. I'll believe it when I see it.
For sure. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, having that tangible proof is going to be... But I think for some people, too, it's... Even a trailer won't be good enough. I think for a lot of people, it's going to be... Or not a lot of people, but for some people, it's going to be... Once the game's out, then I'll believe it. That's I think for some people, like, they're gonna need the game to actually release for them to be like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but I guess with a trailer, it's like okay, it's in the works for sure. That's a little bit of like hope, I guess, for us.
No, yeah, absolutely, for sure.
People in the comments are literally like, watch your profanity.
I love it.
Oh my god.
It's great. Kalina says, I see how it would be insulting to the trust we are placing in her. Totally. Yeah, and I think you make a great point, actually, that it can be viewed as insulting to be putting out this kind of announcement of this caliber on a day like today. It's and again, I see it from your point of view, and I see it from Her Interactive's point of view. This is the 93rd anniversary month of Nancy Drew, but it's April Fool's Day. And
exactly.
to play fans like that, especially if it is an April Fool's joke, that's a very shady thing to do. Yeah, it's you make a really good point for sure, because I know
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you don't mind, I'll say another controversial thing.
Go ahead, please.
So, to me, and I was saying this is Sidekick.
Yeah.
Over the years, I have been caring less and less because, like, I am just more of a fan of the older games versus the newer ones. Like, the newer the game was, the more, in my opinion, it lost its charm a little bit. And as much as Sea of Darkness is beautiful, it's not my favorite. I also really didn't enjoy Labyrinth of Lies.
Right.
I think the Shattered Medallion is overhated, but once again, there's so many reasons as to why people don't like it, and they're totally valid for that. But for me, it's just, like, I think I would care more if I really did see, like, improvement, and if they really kind of listened to the fans, and, I don't know, just in that kind of sense, I guess.
For sure. Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I think that's a perfect point. Yeah, it's so interesting how that evolved. Seeing these games come out year after, really, like, yeah, every few months, it felt like. And yet we knew where they were coming from, what they were going for, and why they were doing it. But at the same time, there was this lack of Nancy Drew-ness to them.
Right.
It was such an interesting, because I remember for me, when Labyrinth of Lies came out and Sea of Darkness, it took me so long to do those games, because one, I just did not like Labyrinth of Lies. I still don't. But it was this weird thing of, like, I was still a Nancy Drew fan, but I lost interest in those games. It was the weirdest thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic point for sure.
I'm always right, that.
Always right, of course you are.
Always.
Never not wrong. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, can I say one more thing?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when we meet up later in the month.
Yes.
Okay, the day I'm flying to Calgary is Nancy's birthday.
Oh, yes.
what if I am on the plane and shit is going down? I'm so sorry I did it again. And what if it's like going down and there's like, you know, things happening
Well, if that's the case,
revolving around this, I'm on a plane and I have like no idea because I'm on airplane mode.
I'm gonna say just turn airplane mode off and keep it on. Get all the data and just screw over the airlines. I don't care.
I'm gonna be like having a mental breakdown in the airport.
Oh, I can just see you pacing, just waiting for a cab to come or waiting for Nathan to show up. You know,
Nathan's gonna pick me up. I'm gonna be crying.
Oh, he was brilliant today. So he saw my video and he texted me. He's just like, "This is your April Fool's joke, isn't it?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, really? I was trying to catch you out." And it was the funniest thing because I'm sitting at work trying to I'm just like shuddering from laughter because I thought it was the funniest thing. He is the greatest man. Oh, it was brilliant. The controversy isn't the hot takes that Doris has. It's the swearing. Little one cave.
That is hilarious. I literally even said it. LMAO.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. Oh, that's brilliant. All right, Doris, I got one last question for you, and that is, again, it's super early to tell, and based on what you've said, I've got a feeling I know what the answer is going to be. Do you think you'll be pre-ordering Nancy Drew number 34?
No, but not because of the situation. I never pre-order things. It's just not a thing I do.
Well,
anything, I've like never done it, honestly.
That's a brilliant answer. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it's usually like, no, I'm gonna wait to see what happens, or yes, I'm gonna pre-order, but never do I hear I just don't pre-order things. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I just don't.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant, Doris. Thank you so much. This was a blast. We'll always chat soon, so I'll see you around the internet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Doris. Have a lovely night.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. All right, that was Doris. Doris, thank you so much for popping in. We've got the one and only Charity up next here. Charity, if you are if you're good for a chat, I will bring you right in. Because if possible, then we've got a bit of a legend that would be popping in. So let's see if Charity's able to do it. If not, then we're gonna move on to the next person. We'll see what happens here. Fingers crossed it works. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Charity's coming in. Here we go. I'm super hyped. So for those of you guys that don't know, Charity actually discovered and brought to the community the Mystery of the Seven Keys trademark, and so that's who we've got in the voice chat. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you twice because of delay. I am currently at the airport.
Nice.
I am about to board my flight, so that's a little bit interesting.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah. And yeah, hi everyone. I slept through the whole thing. I woke up at like 6:30 this morning, and I was like, "What?" And then I couldn't process anything. And then I filmed my little video for Instagram. And then that had my thoughts on it. And then I was running to get down to the lobby to put my room keys back, and then drive back to the airport. And I'm such a mess today. But it's good to talk to you. Great
You
to see
too.
you.
I'll tell you what. So for those of you guys that don't follow Charity, you should totally do it on Instagram, Chaz versus Jazz. I was laughing so hard at work because I opened Instagram and on her story she said, "I just woke up. What's going on?" And this is at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, so 1 p.m. Pacific Time, when everything was going crazy, and I was laughing so hard. So Charity, I'm glad I hope you've caught up with what's been going on today.
I believe I caught, but who knows?
So have you had, do you feel you've had enough time to digest the information, and do you believe that this is a good joke, or do you think that this is a good clue as to what's coming?
I think if it's a joke, it's in very poor taste. But I think that if it's real, then I think we've got something good. And what Kalina has said, really gives me hope. So
for sure.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I need to do a bunch of research on a bunch of different topics to get home, and I have proper internet access and a computer. But yes, so you'll be hearing my thoughts further in the future, but that's only if they don't take back.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, so guys, go follow Chaz versus Jazz on Instagram. Go subscribe to her on YouTube, and just stay tuned for her content. She does a lot of research and will give you all the necessary information you need. So go give her a follow. I want to ask you about the music that we heard in that little video clip. I want to know what your thoughts are on it. I want to know what your thoughts are on the instrumentation, the instruments used, and where you think it might fit in the game, if it is music from the game.
Okay, so sorry if you can hear the echo noise back up.
That's all good.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of the music in Midnight in Salem. Like, just putting that out there. I don't think it's melodic enough. I just, not a huge fan. There's like 2 themes, and they just repeat through like the entire 45 minutes of the soundtrack, and like whatever. And I'm hoping that that's not the case in this one, especially given that this is pretty unmelodic as well. It reminds me a lot of, I think, the Town Hall theme.
Yeah.
And so that's like really what I'm hoping from Ryan for this one. I just want like full melody. But like I think it definitely sounds like Ryan. I don't think it sounds like stock music. And because it loops, I'm thinking that maybe this is like menu music.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, that I hadn't even considered that. Great point.
Yeah. Because like, you know, we always have it like a more of a title track, not like, you know, once they move past the Nancy Drew theme song.
Right.
With the book menu and stuff, like we always had a title track on the menu screen. And I think that that's what this is, whether it's like an important title track or not, like there's still music there.
Oh,
so
for sure.
That's what I think it is. I'm hoping for like more of a theme song, but like who knows?
Do you think that the main theme that was introduced with Midnight in Salem, do you think that will be carrying over to the next game, or do you think that was a one-off just for Midnight in Salem?
I hope it doesn't carry through. I think it very speaks to what Midnight in Salem was.
Right.
Like with the creepy like bells like sounds, and like the darkness, like the B section, it's very like heavy and dark and like, wow, this is ghosts and stuff. I'm so articulate.
I love it.
Yeah. So like I really hope it's different. And I really love to see more from Ryan Riggs, because like I'm sure that he's like really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But you know, it's like Secrets Can Kill, like that soundtrack, it was a bit all over the place. Tomb of the Lost Queen, that was a little bit one note, like a little bit flat.
For sure.
But yes, like I think it's just like first game fighting. It's not like really indicative of skill or anything.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, I'm really curious to see what goes down. I'm very curious though. Gooba and Jetpack just said in chat they had to come back to say that the newsletter announcement the other week had the full patent number for Mystery of the Seven Keys in it. So
No.
I'm going to just pull this up real quick, because I am quite fascinated by this. By the other week, do you mean like the National Women's Month? What? Top right
like
corner?
97071234? Like, is that what we're talking about? 9707
Wait,
1234.
where are you seeing that though? In today's?
I'm not looking at it now, but
Oh.
that's what I remember.
she just knows.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the best, Charity. You're the best. That's amazing. Oh, that's so funny.
I quite literally check this thing daily. I have an alarm set.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Because the one time that I skipped it, like that's the day that something happened.
Oh
and,
my
I wasn't
gosh.
gonna-
That is so funny. Okay, so what Gooba and Jetpack means is the actual the post they made saying subscribe to the newsletter. That's apparently what
Okay.
they mean. So I'm gonna just look this up here. There are Nancy Drew games on Facebook, right? Yeah. I am so interested in this because, man, if that's the case, they are extra cheeky with this one. Where's the post? Sorry, say that number again for me.
9707
Yeah.
1234.
You are joking. Ladies and gentlemen, I
Oh my
want
gosh.
to give a mad shout out to Gooba and Jetpack because we've got something.
Jetpack, you are insane.
Look at
Oh my
this,
gosh.
and it's blurred out too. You are kidding. Oh wait,
Like,
hold
my
on.
jaw
You
is
can't
on the
even
floor
see it
right
because I'll do that. Look at that. 97071234. What? Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness. What the heck? What the heck?
That's... Wow. I mean, that is impressive. So they've been dropping hints about this reveal today for a while. That is fascinating. But at the same time, that practically confirms Mystery of the Seven Keys, does it not?
Yeah, I reckon it does. So we are expecting a small trademark update later this month, because the renewal is coming up. So they've got 6 months from October 18th, which is when they got their allowance.
Yeah.
And so then the 6-month mark to that is coming up this month. So we should be getting an update on that. But I kind of feel like we're getting updates on other things anyway. So
wow.
Like, who cares about trademarks, right?
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh my word.
I wouldn't read them or anything, like, it's fine.
That is just unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Well, first off, Charity, I'm so glad that you actually know that number by heart, because that is a discovery and a half.
Every day. Every single day. I punch it in.
Oh my goodness. I'm a little bit speechless right now, because I think that is the craziest thing I've seen all day, apart from anything that we got this morning.
Jetpack, you're incredible. I love you.
Holy cow. Guys, go subscribe to Gooba and Jetpack. I'm dead serious. Holy cow. Wow. That's just the greatest thing in the world. That is amazing. Now I'm just curious to just scour this newspaper, because despite the fact that it's from Kapu Cave, I want to see if there's any other Easter eggs in here. So, holy cow. Charity, do you think that you will be pre-ordering the game at this point in time?
Against my better judgment, yes. The thing is, like, also, were physical copies of Mid only in the pre-order?
Or
could you get physical after?
You can still get them today, yes.
Okay. For some reason, that was my thought, and I want physical copies of everything. So.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Like, also, like, that takes at least 2 weeks to ship to Australia, so, like, I'll be getting it digitally anyway.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, me too. For sure. Oh, man, that is awesome. Well, Charity, I hope your flight goes well to wherever you may be flying to. And I really want to thank you for popping on. I appreciate your insights on the music. And I'm so curious to see what goes down with the rest of the News from Her Interactive.
Thank you so much for having me on. Really appreciate that you're doing this coverage.
Not a problem. Yeah. No, I really appreciate hearing from fans. So I'll let you go, and we'll chat soon.
Okay, have a great night.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, go subscribe to Charity, or Chaz versus Jazz. She's got some great content, and again, with the trademark stuff, I don't know what to say, but that was amazing. Gooba and Jetpack, Charity, you guys combined, perfect. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna bring the next person in here. Okay, we got Kelly. I'm gonna bring Kelly in here. I'm gonna give her a call. See what happens. Kelly, if you're in chat, hop on Discord and we'll have a little VC. How's it going tonight, Kelly? I think you are on mute if you're trying to talk there, unless you're purposely on mute, in which case, fair enough. Oh, new little bit from LB. The newspaper even says 34 cents. That's amazing.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Perfect. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I'm curious. You said you'd like to say something about Nancy Drew. I am very, very interested in what you're wanting to say.
It's funny to think because, like, yes, Nancy Drew is just like any other, popular video games out there. Resident Evil.
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's. in some way or form, they're always updating. But just like Kalina said and everybody else said, with technology also updating, you can only do so much.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. And I think at some point you can only do so much, but at the same time, it reaches a point where, I think if you want to keep up with the series, which is trying to keep up with technology and the ever-changing industry, I think that's where the fans also need to step up and update themselves, update their computers and their software and hardware and such. But yeah, I think you make a good point for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, I understand, because like, at least from my point of view, because like all the games I have, which is pretty much all of them, which is probably like most Nancy Drew fans, But
for sure.
Half of the games I have are all like my mom's. So like half of them are my mom's, half of them are mine, because
Right.
she was the one who introduced me to them.
Right. Okay.
And unfortunately, because laptops and shit don't, or excuse my language.
It's all good.
They don't have like CD players or anything in laptops nowadays. So I one day had to go down to like Goodwill, get a PC and the whole freaking shabam.
Yeah.
Just so I could play, all the older, good games like Secrets Can Kill, Secret of the Old Clock.
Of course, yeah,
But,
the
like,
classics.
But like for some people this is gonna sound controversial, because I really did like Mid. I really did like Midnight and Salem, and that's saying a lot. But to me, I like the history behind the games. And like, previously always watching like Kalina's live streams, she was always saying in each game, whether it was true or not, there was history.
Right.
Whether it was from the books, from real time, it was nice,
for
have
sure.
that little bit of history.
Well, it was that extra little bit of detail that gave the games such a very nice sense of authenticity.
Exactly.
And, there was this sense of like, oh, I can feel good about what I'm playing because I subconsciously am getting this knowledge that, is true. They're not just, blowing smoke and trying to be all... I'm holding myself there from saying the full phrase, but yeah, no, I think that's a great point, and I agree with you. I think the history in the games is fantastic, and it's something to be celebrated. And I think that's where Her Interactive was trying to they're trying to highlight that stuff in the years leading up to and just after Midnight in Salem. So I'm very curious. What kind of historical aspects are you hoping to see in the next game?
In the next game, honestly, now you're gonna make me think here.
Okay, well, like even if it's like a person, if it's an event, let's say that this game takes place in Austria. Is there something that you would want, maybe in Austria, in Austria's history, or in American Austria history crossover that you'd want to show up?
You know what? Honestly, I'm okay with anything. It doesn't have to be a specific point or place in time, because, I'm not picky, because, I'm, like I said, as cool as history is, we're just going to leave it at that, because people are changing it. Stuff's happening.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a great answer. That's a very good answer. And I'm very curious to see what they decide to dig up and bring into the next one. Yeah. I think I asked this question earlier. What is something, because you've played Midnight in Salem, correct?
Yes.
What is something from that game that you are hoping will make a return or will be improved upon for the next game?
Something I want to return, I guess, is pretty much just what everybody else, they want Frank and Joe there. I know I kind of like Deirdre, even though, she's very snooty at times.
Yeah.
But, I'd be okay seeing Deirdre again.
For sure.
But I think something I don't want, and this could just be, just on my end, but, like, there were times where, like, scenes would just, like, cut out. So I'm assuming that's just on my end with my computer. Like, transitions, like going into the graveyard or something, I couldn't see anything. So I'm like,
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been more of a tech issue, yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I can't really complain about Midnight in Salem, but I do understand where everybody comes from. Especially now, like going from Sea of Darkness to this, it's
Right.
definitely a jump because I think at one point in time you did have this really good trailer for Mid, but then you get the game and it's like, oh, this looks nothing like this trailer you guys gave us. What the heck happened?
Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that's a great point too, because we got the original teaser at the end of Sea of Darkness, which was very much in the style of the old games, and it had that sense of familiarity and continuity, and that was all that we had to go off of. For years, that was all we had to go off of. That, a title, a location, and that Deirdre was in it. That's all we knew for so long. I forget where I'm going with this. But yeah, it
I know it's been a rough day for all of us, because you want to know what's funny. So I had to go to work at like 8:00 this morning.
Yeah.
Because we had an Easter party. Mind you, it's April Fool's Day. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I'm going on Instagram, I'm looking through everything and I saw your post and I'm like, what the hell do you mean they've been hacked?
Wait a second, yeah.
Like, again?
Well, oh yeah, it was such a shock to me. I haven't been so worked up today. I was so ready to tell my boss a great April Fool's joke, and I had it all set up, and I was so distracted by this that I just decided to text her and say I quit, and then she said nice try, and I got to work and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, I was so distracted by something way more important than an April Fool's joke, and it just threw me off for the rest of the day. It was brilliant.
Well, at least you and me both have a really good relationship with our bosses, because
Exactly.
I also say I quit like a million times, and she's like, "You're not going anywhere. Shut up." I'm like, okay.
Those are the exact words that my boss said to me. She said, "You're not going anywhere. No way." Oh, that is so funny. That's so funny. Oh, Rosewise, thank you so much for becoming a member. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate. Excuse me. I really appreciate that. What was I gonna? I was just gonna ask you something. Shoot, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. That's really unfortunate. Oh, there's the alert coming a little bit late. So once that ends, then I'll ask the question here. We've got a very limited amount of knowledge about the game. What are you hoping that Her Interactive will release in the coming month? And do you think that they'll do something, really big and exciting on Nancy's birthday of April 28th?
Honestly, the only thing I could ask for, and obviously, yes, with previous games, you've always had that teaser into the next game.
Yeah.
As nice as that would be, even just like a picture, with the title. And obviously, the Nancy Drew silhouette, of course, and everything.
Right.
But just, even just a picture, just like something that could be a cover picture, I would honestly be okay with.
Oh, that's perfect. And I think that's a very minimal amount that will give fans, a solid sense of tangibility with the future games coming up, for sure. Mm. I'll ask you one last question. Again, it's very early. But do you think you'll be pre-ordering the game? And if not pre-ordering, will you be buying the game?
I think I'm going to say I'm going to wait to buy the game.
Fair enough.
Because even though, I did like the thing for Midnight in Salem, I was kind of sad that it's like, I can't see the title of the game. Where is it? So I think I'm going to wait this go around, and I'm just going to wait until the game comes out.
For sure. Oh, that's a totally fair answer. Well, Kelly, I really appreciate you taking your time to chat, and appreciate your theories and opinions, and I'm very curious to see what Her Interactive comes out with very soon. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Hugh.
Of course. Have a lovely evening.
You too. Good night.
See ya. Good night. All right, guys. That's Kelly. Thanks so much, Kelly, for joining. We've been going for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. If anybody has any last things they want to say, or if anybody wants to show up on the voice chat really quickly, we might go for maybe another 20 minutes if we do have someone else that wants to join in. If not, then we'll end it pretty quickly here. But as of right now, I really want to say a massive, 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 massive thank you to everybody that has joined the voice chat tonight. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys. Like, seriously, it's been just amazing. I've loved chatting with you guys. And to those of you guys that may have been nervous chatting, thank you so much for taking the step and braving it out. So I really appreciate that. Joshua Millhouse, do you have Discord? Because if you do, then I'll bring you in, and I'll once again just show my Discord right there. Hugh Miller, hashtag 9769. Now, by the way, this Discord code, that's for my personal account. That's to add me as a friend, and then I will bring you in. That is not for my Discord. If you want that, that's in the link in the description. Josh, you do have a Discord. Perfect. So add me, and then I will bring you in, and we'll chat for a few minutes. It's been absolutely brilliant chatting with you guys. I apologize I haven't been reading chat as much as I was hoping to. You guys have been chatting a lot of great things. I've been trying to read as many as I can. But yeah, no, it's been just brilliant. I've been seeing people mention Shakespeare a lot because they showed Shakespeare in that one little the newspaper thing. Hold on, just turn that up a bit. Yeah, this one here. There's been a lot of chat about Shakespeare here. Casey, this is not the end of the stream yet. I'm gonna wait and see if Josh is able to add me on Discord, and if he is, then we'll have a quick chat, and then we'll wrap up the stream. If not, then I will wrap up the stream. So I'll give him a few minutes here to hopefully get that sorted out. How's everybody doing? Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any thoughts? Anything that you guys want to say? I'm so happy I can do this for you guys. I really am. I'm glad that this actually worked out. It really has been a joy. I've just loved every minute of this whole night. It's been so much fun, and such a great way to sort of wrap up today's news from the morning, because that was something. That was quite a shock to the system. I haven't opened up my raspberry bubbly yet, so I'm gonna do that real quick here. I want to give another proper thank you and shout out to Rosewise again for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I don't want to interrupt the chat with Kelly too much, but really thank you so much for becoming a member. That means the world to me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that I can provide some interesting content for you. Elizabeth Mullins, your birthday is the same as Nancy's. Hoping for a trailer. Yes! Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. Whoops. So let's see here. Do we have anything from Josh yet? Not yet. Okay, I'm going to give Josh about 2 more minutes here. And then I will, and then I'll wrap things up. If he doesn't, yeah. Didn't even realize the Nancy Drew community online was this active. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I think now it's more active than it ever has been. It's just insane. What got me into the games? I was introduced to the games back in 2005. I was at my babysitter's house, and she was playing Stay Tuned for Danger, and I was just like, what's this game? This is really cool. And the rest is history. Josh, you're having a hard time finding my name. Here, I'm gonna pop back over here. You just need to go. Actually, hold on. Let me do this here. Where is Discord? So if you go to friends, there should be a friends page, and then it's like up in the top left of the app, and then there will be a button that says add friend. It's a big green button, so you can add friend and then add in the code that is underneath my webcam. Hugh Miller. Exactly as it looks. Capital H, little U, little W, space, capital M, ILLER, hashtag 9769. If you do that, then that should bring you right to me. And if not, then I could not tell you what would be causing that. Just wanted them to bring back the style of Danger and Deception Island, the Haunted Carousel, Secret of Shadow Ranch. Those are your favorite games. They're really good games. They're very well done, and the direction for those games was very, very good. Yeah, I was super, super impressed by all those games. I still am super impressed by those games. It'd be great to have that kind of style and quality carry over to the next game. That'd be awesome. I really hope the next game's good. I really, really, really do. I really do. Oh, more than anything I do. Okay, Josh, I'm gonna give you about another minute here, buddy, and then if it doesn't show up, then I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Just because it's getting a little bit late here. But yeah, I just wanted to work to MHM music. I mean, you are more than welcome to, Doris. I'm not gonna stand in your way. Yeah. Yeah, not bad at all. This has been an amazing night, really. Thank you guys so much for joining in and for chatting and engaging. It's just been so much fun. Just so much fun. I absolutely love this. Not having anything like, Josh, that's not a problem at all, man. You know what? If you want to DM me on any social media platform, we can go back and forth, have a chat. I'd love to chat with you about anything for sure. Just let me know. Yeah, so we'll just have to converse another time. That's all good. Go watch Charity's video after the live stream. It's her username on Instagram is exactly her username on YouTube. Chaz versus Jazz. ChazVSJAZZ. Go check it out. Guys, seriously, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I seriously want to thank you guys so much. We got like the greatest music here. We got a bit of bit of Shadow Medallion. Thank you guys so much. It's just been so much fun. I love doing this, and I hope I get to do this more often. It's just brilliant to chat with you guys. I love it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for anyone that I chatted with in voice chat tonight. You guys were super great. You guys were very good, super respectful, super respectable, I guess I should say, and just interesting people. I love it. I love all the different POVs that everyone has. So thank you guys so much. I want to give another shout out to Kalina Herman, who was in here earlier. She will be live streaming on Monday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I think it is. Secret of the Old Clock. Go follow her. Story We Told. And I will be streaming on Thursday. I'll be streaming The Secret of Shadow Ranch on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm very excited about that. And that's it. We're going to wrap it up there, guys. Again, thank you so much. I hate to leave. I just want to keep chatting, but it is getting a bit late. And for those on the East Coast, it is even later. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, so much. We'll see you guys later. And that's it. Have a lovely evening. We're going to turn up the music and call it a night. Thanks, guys, so much. Have a lovely evening.